Should you buy a home in 2022? With everything that's happening in the economy, especially all the news and media focusing on the real estate market, this is the number one question that we've been getting from our clients and consumer out in the marketplace. Earlier this year, when the Feds decided to raise interest rate in order to control the inflation, this caused mortgage interest rate to climb over 6% for a 30-year fixed mortgage, which ultimately changed the buyer's purchasing power and essentially costs more to own a home now because of the increase in mortgage payment. Overall, should you buy a home in today's real estate market? One of the generic answers that some realtors will say, it all depends on your family situation. Do you need the bedroom, bathroom, the house, location? Well, realistically, that doesn't help answer my concern as a home buyer in today's market. Yes, of course, that's a given as a home buyer. As a buyer in 2022, I want to know if this year or the second half of 2022 is a good time to purchase a home and don't want to buy a home knowing it's going to be worth less in the next 3 months or the next year. The true answer to that question, should you buy a home in 2022, depends on how long you plan on living at the home and what is your current living situation. Well, here are 3 benefits to buying a home in the second half of 2022 as a home buyer sitting here in July of 2022. There's a better chance that you won't have to get into a bidding war and may be able to save yourself tens of thousands of dollars, or in some cases $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. For instance, last year, if you saw a home listed for $1 million like this one, well, it might have been multiple offers on that home and in the end being sold for $1.3 million. Just a quick side note, let's say you're a buyer sitting here in July of 2022, you've been hearing that the real estate market and prices should go down. Doesn't mean though that if you see a great home on the market, doesn't mean that if it's listed at $800,000, you go in and boom, no one's gonna be there and you put in an offer for $750,000. When a home is priced well, there are still plenty of qualified buyers out there and we still see multiple offers in some cases, especially if the home is a phenomenal home. As a home buyer in today's market, you have to consider that if that exact home was listed last year for $1 million, it might have been multiple offers and you had to end up paying way more than what it is today. I can already hear viewers that are watching this video saying, yeah, but Colin, you may be able to get the home for less or not have to compete in bidding war, but then you're going to have to pay more on the monthly mortgage because the rates are now higher. Which leads me to benefit number 2. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. Buying in 2022, your loan balance may be less than you simply wait for the rates to go low in the future, then refinance into a better mortgage rate. It may be true that the mortgage rates are higher, but real estate investing, like many other things in life, we can't change the past, nor can we predict everything about the future. We just have to do what's best we can with what we got today. And as a potential home buyer myself, sitting in July of 22, I figured I would rather take advantage of this time when there's less buyers and competition out there and figuring out what they need to do. This is a good time to go in and not have a bidding war and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars more for a home. As a home buyer in summer of 2022, there's a good chance that you can get a home and not have to pay $100,000 or $200,000 above the list price like last summer. Now you essentially have a lower loan balance on the new home loan, then wait for the mortgage rate to go lower in the future, then at that time refinance for a better rate. Then in the future you would have both a low loan amount and lower mortgage interest rate, essentially a lower payment. There's a part of me that's like many of you asking, how do you know if the mortgage interest rate will be low in the future? You can't predict the future. Well, here's the thing, because it's happened many times in the past. September 11, Feds lowered the interest rate. After dot-com crash in early 2000, rates were lowered. 2008 financial crisis, the rates went down again. 2018. Then, in the midst of the pandemic in 2020, rates were at their lowest in lending history. Overall, if I can get a home now at list price and not have to pay $200,000 above asking price like a couple of months ago, fine. I know my mortgage payment will be a couple $100 more a month because of the higher interest rate. So remember, loan balance is forever, but interest rate is temporary. So for me, if I can get a home for $100,000 or $200,000 less than what it was before, then in the years ahead when the rates come down, which I can make a bet with anyone watching this video that it will, I will simply refinance and get a lower mortgage interest rate and then have both a low mortgage balance and mortgage rate. Once again, we wish you a wonderful 4th of July weekend with you and your family and those you care about. If there's any other questions you may have in regards to buying or selling a home in 2022, please feel free to reach out to our team privately. We'd be more than happy to help you and your family with all your family housing needs. Again, have an amazing weekend out there. It should be really fun. Stay safe, live well, and take care. Later, guys.